In your mind, you'll be like, when I get married to him, he will change. He will not change. He will become worse. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Modesta, a Nigerian mommy vlogger living in Luxembourg. If you're new to my channel, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, hi, you're highly welcome. Yeah, today I will be talking about a reaction. This is actually a reaction, something I saw online, okay? And it's about majorly an African man. I know that it's not just an African man. There are men that are like that, egocentric men, you know. There are men that are narcissists, and yes, there are just men like that. So I came across this post on a blog, and it reads that the woman in question, or the woman that wrote this asking for her help, seeking for her help, says her husband doesn't appreciate her effort as a wife. He nags, he's a narcissist, he doesn't even want her to do anything, and he still cheats on her, and for that she's tired of the marriage and wants to leave. In this case, if you were to advise, what will your advice be? Will you ask her to leave the marriage? Will you ask her to stay because of the kids? What will be your advice? This is confusing. What will you actually tell her? Will you ask her to get established, or what do you think is the reason? And then this man doesn't want her to work, so she solely depends on her husband, yet gets such treatment. And I'm wondering, if I'm to advise, what will I tell this woman? Yes, there are most men like that. If I'm to advise, I will tell her to leave the marriage. The earlier you leave, the better for you, because you cannot save a marriage when you are dead, but you can save your life when you are alive, okay? If the man beats you just because you want to save the marriage and you die, will you still save that marriage? No. But if you leave because you want to save your life, in this case, not the marriage anymore, will you still save your life? Yes, you will still live. And remember, now who die lose though. If you die, you don't lose. Person wey die alive, you know if you lose now. Now you win. So in this case, my response would be, madam, please gather your things, pack them very, very well, leave. You don't need to be established to live a failed marriage. You don't need to be successful, too successful to live a failed marriage. But what I'm saying is, before you got married to the man, you would have seen the signs. The signs are there, but we always neglect it. So I want to use myself as an example. At least I've come of age. I've dated, you know, before I got married. I dated before I got married. There was this guy I was dating at a time, and he's just this kind of, this was before I finished, okay, this was immediately after I finished my university, my first degree, and I was to go for service. So I started dating this guy. We were dating, he was serious with me. In fact, we were supposed to get married. And when I was going for service, this guy followed me all the way from Owerri to where I was posted to in Ondo, okay? And he stayed there just for him to be sure. I know he was trying to care. I know he was trying to show love. But then he was stocking up on me. That is the truth, because I'm not the only person who has a man, a boyfriend, okay, or a lover, whichever way you call it, or whichever thing you call it. So, but yes, he followed me, and before I even went for my service, he was trying to move out from his old apartment to a new one. So the landlord there then was, or he is a lawyer, because he's still a lawyer. So I told the man, I finished school. I was doing a diploma then. I finished university, but I was in another school doing a diploma course. And I told the man, and I was already rounding up with that, my diploma course. Since I'm waiting to go for service, I would like to do something. If I can work for you as a secretary, or your colleague who wants someone to work for him as a secretary, please, I'm available, just so that I can earn small money before I go for service. The guy accepted. He said, no problem. That he thinks he has a colleague who will be interested. And behind me, my guy or my boyfriend went to the landlord, the barrister, and told him that he's not interested in the job. Oga, not be you now, not me. Like, are you supposed to be interested in the job? I'm the one who is interested in the job, not you. You already have a job. And at least if I was a secretary, at least I should earn less than 30k as at that time, because then money had value. Maybe 15k. People that were working there without a certificate, a discharge certificate, were earning 15, 20, 30, within that range. So being a secretary, I know that I wouldn't earn more than 20,000, but the thing is, at least I'm making money. You know, there is this joy in making your own money. And this guy told the guy to leave the job. Anything that has to do with the job, forget it. I don't want her to work. He didn't want me to do anything. He just wanted to be the sole provider. And sometimes when you ask him for something, maybe you got him angry, he won't do it. And I hated that thing a lot. I don't like, even till now, I still hate it. If you are in a position to help me because I got you angry, you will not do it. Like, express your anger. Tell me I got you angry. Let's talk it out. But why would you even deny me or deprive me of my need? Like, I don't like that thing. And no, it's always caused quarrel for us. So this is the reason why he didn't want me to do anything, so that he can control me financially. And I'm saying, like, this thing is a sign, because if you marry him, he will turn you to a housewife. And if you're earning higher than him, like that woman, I think she's earning higher than the husband, you know. And now the husband thinks that she is cheating on him because of the kind of money she is making, you know, and now she's frustrated. So if you're any higher than such men, they want you to leave your job so that they will control you and control your money. It is not supposed to be so. They just don't want you to have connection with your family. You understand? They just want you to be with them. This kind of men, they want to control your life. They want to stock you up. You cannot have friends. Your friend, my husband's friends are his friends. I have my own friend. We cannot share the same friends. I cannot be an island. Before I met you, sir, I've known some other people before you. Maybe I was in a relationship. I grew up somewhere. I grew up in a neighborhood. I have people in that neighborhood I talk to. I went to school. I have people from my college. I have people from my university I talk to. Why do you want me to cut off from these people? You understand? And that brings me back to what the woman is suffering, or what she was suffering, because I don't know if she's still in the marriage. Now, if you see this kind of, these things are signs. They don't want you to associate with anybody. I remember one time I bought a shoe. There is this store in Nigeria. It's called Razor Sharp. So I bought a shoe because this guy will not let me go out on my own. He's always driving me around. Like, anywhere you see me, you're seeing him. He wants to drive me. Even if I'm going to a party, he's taking me to he's coming. It's compulsory. You know that kind of life. And sometimes you just want to have this your girly outing. You can't have it because the man you're dating or the man you're with will not let you be. He just wants to know everything that is going on in your life. He's stalking you morning, afternoon, and night, and it's so tiring. I was going to Razor Sharp to pick up a shoe I bought from them. I had already made a part payment, and I was to complete the payment and pick that shoe up. I was on my way, and this guy called me. It was as if he's monitoring me. Where are you? And I said, I'm on my way. Look at where I am. I'm going to Razor Sharp. And he said, stop there. At that point where you are, do not move an inch. Just stop. I'm coming right away. And in less than 10 minutes, he was there. He picked me to Razor Sharp. I know to some women, they will say it's love, it's romance. This is not romance. When it's too much of everything is not good. I went to razor sharp and he drove me back to his house just to make sure that, is he monitoring my movement? I don't step out of the house. I can't even go out. So when you see these things in your mind, you'll be like, when I get married to him, he will change. He will not change. He will become worse. And for me, I think the woman did not realize this earlier. Maybe as at the time they were dating, she felt the man really loves her. The man cares. And I want to tell you the truth. Men are very insecure when you are financially stable. Not all men, in quotes, most men. I'm talking about the men that are financially abusive. There are men that are financially abusive. They deny you of what you want. They want to punish you. They want to tell you that they can deprive you of what you want, you know. There are men that are financially abusive. There are men that are emotionally abusive. But you neglect these things. You feel like if you marry him, he will change. He will not change. The truth is that marriage brings out the true color in us, because you can't keep hiding. You can't keep hiding who you are or who you are not. So the thing is, once you marry, you stay with someone for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months. Even before 7 months, the person's true color is already showing, and you can't hide who you are again. By that time, your partner would have known the kind of person you are. That is the truth. So in this case, if you're losing your sanity when you are with a man, and you're losing it, you're losing who you are, you're losing your sanity, you're losing your kind, you're losing your personality, everything, all the positive vibes that you used to have, you've totally lost it. You are no longer yourself, your real self. The best thing is to take a break. Take a break, get off it, and then you will bounce back. You will see how you will snap back mentally and otherwise. You will bounce back very well. And yes, then you're having your good life. Because if a man or if your husband notices that you're not hardworking, not all men, when you marry this category of men, people that don't appreciate your little effort in the family you provide, they don't appreciate. They are just too boastful of themselves. How would you even boast for your wife? You married such a man and he's not appreciating your efforts. He will never change. He will only continue being worse. And these kind of people, they will talk you down emotionally. You will never be emotionally stable in that marriage. Never. That is the truth. And you trying to stay in the marriage to save it for your kids. One day you will be depressed. You might even take poison just because of the way the man treats you. And you know, within you don't like it. And you feel like you've had it up to this point. I want to take my life. Do not take your life. Now who died lose? So when you notice such a thing, take a break from the marriage, and if everything is alright, you come back. But if you feel like you're better with your life, or your life is at peace at the moment, then you remember where you are. If you're not financially stable, if you're financially stable and you're doing everything for yourself, it will be difficult for a man to talk you down, because they know that the moment they start ranting or talking you down, you can foot your bills, you can even foot for the kids. I mean, you will leave the house. So every woman needs to be financially stable before marriage. It is not compulsory, but then it depends on the kind of man you marry. Me, I'm not working, but there are people that are not working and they are still not happy in their marriage. So it depends on the kind of man you marry. In this case, education does not play any role. In this case, it is character and upbringing, how the person grew up. So it depends on the kind of man you marry. But when you're financially stable, most men, especially most egocentric men, they are scared of women that are doing well for themselves. They're scared of women that have financial capacity. They're scared of women that are financially built. Okay, so no matter what they say, you can stand your right. And they don't also like women who know their rights. They want you to always, they will always put fault in anything you do, okay, so that you will always come to beg. They like women who beg them. That is the truth. So the best thing for you to do is know your rights in the marriage. Do the best you can. Get yourself something doing. Be financially stable. Be morally stable, emotionally stable, and otherwise. And when they try to displace your stability, find your way, okay, till you get back your sanity. And this is just what I want to drop here. Yes, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed to my channel, turn on the post notification bell to get notifications whenever I put up new videos. I share a lot of things on my channel, a lot of content, and you will love it here with me, Sweet Moxie. Till next time, guys, stay safe. Bye.